Hey there, Achan here, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age. I wanted to say Dragon Age Inquisition. Dragon Age the Veilguard. It's gonna be hard for me to get used to saying that. Now then. There is something I forgot to mention. I did get, since I ordered this online, this is the deluxe edition. Which means I do have the option to use this code that I got in the mail to gain some more cosmetics for my characters and weapon schematics or something. It looks like it's more armor sets and weapons. Yeah. But I think I'll do that later. For now, I am ready to finalize this. Let's get the ball rolling, huh? Am I sure? You can change your appearance later in the game. Oh. Well, I'm fine with that. Thank you then.
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual.
Hey, the
After following
Inquisition.
his trail across half the known world,
Oh, wow.
we finally tracked him to Monravus, capital of the Tevinter Imperium.
Wow, look at that.
For the city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
I'm curious to know who he's telling the story to.
Let's try this again. Where's Ned Gallus?
You think you could come into my bar and make demands?
Yeah, actually. Look at me, all cool. Yeah. You try to convince the bar owner to give the information, or beat down the entire room to get the information. I'll be peaceful and see how far that goes.
It's not a demand. It's an offer. Telling me what I need to know, it's the smart play here.
How'd you figure, sweet talker?
Ned Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I need to know where she is. We were supposed to meet here, in your bar, but you let Venatori cultists drag her away.
I didn't let them. They paid me.
So answer my questions and walk away with coin, or spend it cleaning up the place when I'm through. Your choice.
You're adorable. Do not plaza. That's where you'll find Ned Gallus.
Thank you.
You want to get yourself killed fighting the Venatori? It's your ass.
Do you know how easy the Venatori were to fight in the other game?
You too. No?
They won't listen to you. They can always listen to beyond.
My boy!
Your
Wait.
friend Ned Gallus is at Dumont Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although for the record, you might be too charming for your own good.
Isn't that a good thing? Varric has seen that you like talking your way out of things. Can I date Varric for the love of God? Everybody in the world wants to date Varric, including me. Also, his hair is so much darker. Well, of course it's going to be darker. I mean, he is older now. It's been 8 years since Inquisition. I had you on my side. Okay, but it worked though. Whatever works. He does say I'm charming, so I'll charm him.
What did I have to worry about? You were there watching my back.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, he's got some extra scars on him.
All right. Break's over.
I mean, his hair is almost black. How did it go from blonde to black?
I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her.
Wow! Wow!
The Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
And it's moving! That's the palace? How do you even get up there? Wow! Oh my god, I'm here! Oh, that's cool. I've got like a little indicator on the map telling me where to go. There's kids over there. There's magic in the air. Oh man. I don't even know what that says. Probably just says bar. Wow, get to Harding. So, first thing that came to my mind when I heard the word Nave Gallus, first thing I thought was, am I looking for a Turian? With a sexy kitty-like voice? Can I jump? Can I do anything? No.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
No.
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
Look at all the people! Oh, I love it. So this is Minrothis. Oh man. I love it. I love Gothic architecture. I love Gothic things. I myself am Gothic. Ooh,
Spare a coin, please.
Vagabond. Give, sure. How much money?
I miss you.
Oh, you're an elf too. Do I have a menu? I've got a map. Map level 1. This way. Ooh. Codex. Stories, musings, and information discovered throughout Thedas. There is a 5% out of that, huh? Elven people, Grey Wardens. Wow. I am going to do a lot of reading in this. Oh, okay. That's how you do it. Okay. So, let's start from the Shadow Dragons. Wait, I'm not a Shadow Dragon. Is that who I was talking to? On to Tevinter Templars. When one mentions the Templar Order, you no doubt picture the armored members of the Southern Chantry. These Templars are trained to combat uncontrolled magic, blood magic, and abominations with the goal of protecting people, including mages themselves, from the most violent manifestations of magical power. Excuse me. However, they also embody the Southern Chantry's control over mages and enforce many of its strict rules and regulations over magic in general. In addition to combat training, these Templars ingest lyrium. This mineral, usually used by mages for enchantments and rituals, grants Templars the ability to resist and dispel magic. The fact that it is also addictive, chaining them to the Chantry and resulting in paranoia, obsession, and ultimately dementia, is often swept under the rug. Yes, we've heard all about that dirty little secret. As you may have surmised by my use of Southern Chantry, this is not the case in the Tevinter Imperium. In Tevinter, we know that magic can only serve if it is allowed to flourish. We do not suppress talent, we nurture it. That is not to say that we ignore the dangers of magic and what it might allow those with violent intent if not combated. As in the South, our Templars are trained to prevent the excesses of blood magic and to subdue demons, as well as those inflicted by possession. But our Templars do not take lyrium. They do not enforce unnecessary regulations. they are not given power over mages, but follow the lead of our most esteemed magisterium. They serve the chantry and the people of the magisterium. I must admit, I rather prefer our way of doing things. From a letter written by Lethacia Palace? Living in a border town in the Tevinter Imperium to a cousin in Orlais, 915 Dragon. So, the Shadow Dragons are the Tevinter Templars. So that must be the guys in black that I was fighting. How do I get out of this? Okay. The world of Thedas. Oh my god. Well, that's full up. Alright guys, I got some reading to do, sorry. The Anderfels. The Anderfels are a land of shocking extremes. It is the most desolate place in all the world, for two blights have left great expanses of the steppes so completely devoid of life that corpses cannot even decay there. No insect or grub will ever reach them. It is a land filled with wonders like the Murdain, with its gigantic white statue of Our Lady carved into its face, her hands outstretched and bearing an eternal flame, or Vysop's fortress, with its walls of living rock towering over the desolate plains below. The Anders, too, are a people of extremes, the most devout priests and the most deadly soldiers, the poorest nation in the world and the most feared. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Thank you. Andraste, Bride of the Maker. That's another thing that's going to be... there should be a vast difference. Well, I don't know exactly how vast of a difference the belief of Andrastianism is in Tevinter as compared to the rest of the world. Because they have a black divine, which is going to be a man, versus the normal white divine, which would be, well, watch Inquisition, and you'll find out more about that. But, Andraste, the Bride of the Maker. There was once a tiny fishing village on the waking sea that was set upon by the Tevinter Imperium, which enslaved the villagers to be sold in the markets of Minrathus, leaving behind only the old and the infirm. One of the captives was the child Andraste. She was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped, then made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. She rose from nothing to be the wife of an Alamari warlord. Each day she sang to the gods, asking them to help her people who remained slaves in Tevinter. The false gods of the mountains and the winds did not answer her, but the true God did. The Maker spoke. He showed her all the works of his hands, the Fade, the world, and all the creatures therein. He showed her how men had forgotten him, lavishing devotion upon mute idols and demons, and how he had left them to their fate. But her voice had reached him, and so captivated him that he offered her a place at his side, that she might rule all of creation. But Andraste would not forsake her people. She begged the Maker to return, to save his children from the cruelty of the Imperium. Reluctantly, the Maker agreed to give man another chance. Andraste went back to her husband, Mafarath, and told him that the Maker had revealed all that the Maker had revealed to her. Together they rallied the Alamari and marched forth against the mage lords of the Imperium, and the Maker was with them. The Maker's sword was creation itself, fire and flood, famine, is that how you say it? Famine and earthquake. Everywhere they went, Andraste sang to the people of the Maker, and they heard her. The ranks of Andraste's followers grew until they were a vast tide washing over the Imperium. And when Mafarath saw that the people loved Andraste and not him, a worm grew within his heart, gnawing upon it. At last, the armies of Andraste and Mafarath stood before the very gates of Minrathus, but Andraste was not with them, for Mafarath had schemed in secret to hand Andraste over to Tevinter. I'm getting some tongue-tied here. For this, the Archon would give Mafarath all the lands to the south of the Waking Sea. And so, before all the armies of the Alamari and of Tevinter, Andraste was tied to a stake and burned while her earthly husband turned his armies aside and did nothing, for his heart had been devoured. But as he watched the pyre, the Archon softened. He took pity on Andraste and drew his sword and granted her the mercy of a quick death. The Maker wept for his beloved, cursed Mathrath, cursed mankind for their betrayal, and turned once again from creation, taking only Andraste with him. And Our Lady sits still at his side, where she still urges him to take pity on his children. From the Sermons of Justinia II. And I do apologize for all this reading, but honestly, I'm reading it more for myself to remind me of what happened in the past, because it has been a while, like well over a year or two since I played the game. So this is a good memory, a little touch up on the past and everything, so bear with me. Antiva. And I like the picture there. It has like it makes me feel like a Arabian Nights or something like that. Aladdin. It makes me think of Aladdin. Antiva. In the rest of the civilized world, it is common belief that Antiva has no king. I assure you, gentle readers, that this is untrue. The line of kings in Antiva has remained unbroken for 2,500 years. It is simply that nobody pays any attention to them whatsoever. In truth, the nation is ruled by a collection of merchant princes. They are not princes in the literal sense, but heads of banks, trading companies, and vineyards. Their power is conferred strictly by wealth. But Antiva is not primarily renowned for its particular form of government, nor for its admittedly unparalleled wines. Wow! You know what? I'm going to take a sip of my drink. There we go. Where am I? Antiva is known for the House of Crows. Since Antivans are well known for being good at everything but fighting, it is more than a little ironic that Antiva possesses the most deadly assassins in the world. Their fame is such that Antiva keeps no standing army, no king is willing to order his troops to assault her borders, and no general is mad enough to lead such an invasion. The attack would likely succeed, but its leaders would not see the day. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar, by Brother Genetivi. Oh god. Okay. Arlathan, Part 1. Before the ages were... So this is... Thinking of Arlathan, remember my character is supposed to be coming from the Arlathan forest, or whatever it was called. So, Arlathan Part 1. Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious and eternal and never-changing. Like the great oak tree, they were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots, and ever reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. Decisions came after decades of debate, and an introduction could last for years. From time to time, our ancestors would drift into centuries-long slumber, but this was not death, for we know they wandered the fade in dreams. In those ages, our people called all the land Elvenon, which in the old language means place of our people, and at the center of the world stood the great city of Arlathan, I think it's Arlathan, a place of knowledge and debate, where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge and greet old friends and settle disputes that had gone on for millennia. But while our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, drifting through life at what we today would consider an intolerable pace, the world outside the lush forests and ancient trees was changing. The humans first arrived from Parvolin to the north. Called Shemlin or Quicklings by the ancients, the humans were pitiful creatures whose lives blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger and quicker to fight, with no patience for the unhurried pace of elven diplomacy. But the humans brought worse things than war with them. Our ancestors proved susceptible to human diseases, and for the first time in history, elves died of natural causes. What's more, those elves who spent time bartering and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the humans' brash and impatient lives. Many believe that the ancient gods had judged them unworthy of their long lives and cast them down among the quicklings. Our ancestors came to look upon the humans as parasites, which I understand is similar to the way the humans see our people in the cities. The ancient elves immediately moved to close Elvenon off from the humans, for fear that this quickening effect would crumble the civilization. From the fall of Arlathon, as told by Gesharel, keeper of the Ralafaran clan of the Dalish Elves. Arlathan Part 2. I wonder who that's supposed to be. In the picture there. You ask what happened to Arlathan. Sadly, we do not know. Even those of us who keep the ancient lore have no record of what truly happened. What we have are accounts of the days before the fall, and a fable of the whims of the gods. The human world was changing even as the elves slept. Clans and tribes gave way to a powerful empire called Tevinter, which, and for what reason we do not know, moved to conquer Elvenon. When they breached the great city of Arlathan, you know what? I'm going to be bouncing around between the two. Our people, fearful of disease and loss of immortality, chose to flee rather than fight. With magic, demons, and even dragons at their behest, the Tevinter Imperium marched easily through Arlathan, destroying homes and galleries and amphitheaters that had stood for ages. Our people were corralled as slaves, and human contact quickened their veins until every captured elf turned mortal. The elves called to their ancient gods, but there was no answer. As to why the gods didn't answer, our people left only a legend. They say that Fenrirel, the dread wolf and lord of tricksters, approached the ancient gods of good and evil and proposed a truce. The gods of good would remove themselves to heaven, and the lords of evil would exile themselves to the abyss. Neither group ever again to enter the other's lands. But the gods did not know that Fenrirel had planned to betray them, and by the time they realized the Dreadwolf's treachery, they were sealed in their respective realms, never again to interact with the mortal world. It is a fable, to be sure, but those elves who travel the beyond claim that Fenrirel still roams the world of dreams, keeping watch over the gods lest they escape from their prisons. Whatever the case, Arlathan had fallen to the very humans our people had once considered mere pests. It is said that the Tevinter Magisters used their great destructive power to force the very ground to swallow Arlathan whole, destroying is it eons or aeons? See, when I see it like that, it just reminds me of Final Fantasy X. Destroying eons of collected knowledge, culture, and art, the whole of elven lore left only to memory, from the fall of Arlathan as told by Gesharel, keeper of the Ralafaran clan of the Dalish Elves. Phew, okay. Beyond the veil, spirits and demons. It is challenging enough for the casual observer to tell the difference between the Fade and the creatures that live within it, let alone between one type of spirit and another. In truth, there is little that distinguishes them, even for the most astute mages. Since spirits are not physical entities and are therefore not restricted to recognizable forms, or even having a form at all, one can never tell for certain what is alive and what is merely part of the scenery. It is therefore advisable for the inexperienced researcher to greet all objects he encounters. Typically, we misuse the term spirit to refer only to the benign, or at least less malevolent, creatures of the Fade, but in truth, all the denizens of the realm belong to the Veil, are spirits. As the Chant of Light notes, everything within the Fade is a mimicry of... is that how you say it? Of the world. Our poor imitation for the spirits do not remotely understand what they are copying. It is no surprise that much of the Fade appears like a manuscript translated from Tevinter into our Legion and back again by drunken initiates. In general, spirits are not complex, or rather they are not complex as we understand such things. Each one seizes upon a single facet of human experience: rage, hunger, compassion, hope, etc. This one idea becomes their identity. We classify as demons those spirits who identify themselves with darker human emotions and ideas. The most common and weakest form of demon one encounters in the Fade is the rage demon. They are much like perpetually boiling kettles, for they exist only to vent hatred, but rarely have an object to hate. Somewhat above these are the hunger demons, who do little but eat or attempt to eat everything they encounter, including other demons. This is rarely successful. Then there are the sloth demons. These are the first intelligent creatures one typically finds in the Fade. They are dangerous only to those rare occasions that they can be induced to get up and do harm. Desire demons are more clever and far more powerful, using all forms of bribery to induce mortals into their realms. Wealth, love, vengeance, whatever lies closest to your heart. The most powerful demons yet encountered are the pride demons, perhaps because they, among all their kind, most resemble men. From beyond the veil, spirits and demons, by enchanter... How do you say that? Miradromo? I guess? The crows in Queen Madrigal. I think that's how you say that. The first crow refused to speak, even when we put hot coals to the soles of his feet and peeled the skin off his face and hands with a paring knife. He opted instead to chew through his own tongue and choke to death on the blood. Is this a... Yeah, this is the very top of this... Okay. Excuse me. The second captive repeated... I just ate, so I'm sorry that I'm making sounds. The second captive repeated what we already knew. Queen Madrigal went on a hunt and did not appear for the evening's festivities. Her body was later found with 4 steel swords through the chest. I asked what he knew about one of the 4 swords being a replica of Hessarian's Sword of Mercy. He had not heard about that, or at least claimed as much. He later died on the rack, smiling slightly. The third crow must have realized he would not leave the dungeon alive. He seemed to hope that by angering Master Fiore, I think that's how you say it, he would earn himself a quick death. The crow tried our patience with pitchy comments while Master Fiore was trying to work. At one point, he made a remark about Fiore's mother, which I shall not repeat here. I will attempt to feeling admiration for his ability to retain a capacity for coherent speech and even somewhat while under extreme duress. Amid all his useless chatter, this third crow did raise an important point. His guild has a reputation to uphold. They are ruthless, efficient, and discreet. How would they maintain such notoriety if agents routinely reveal the names of employers with something as banal as torture? This gave me pause. I called for a halt to the session. Oh my god, I cannot. Blah. After some thought, I stabbed the man through the heart and set the 4th and 5th crow captives free. If there is a confession to be extracted, it will not be done with pain. I recommend we abandon this course of action. A report by Captain Aristide, attached with investigating the assassination of Queen Madrigal of Antiva. The Dalish Elves. I took the road north from Valrio toward Navarra with a merchant caravan. A scant 2 days past the Orlesian border, we were beset by bandits. They struck without warning from the cover of the trees, hammering our wagons with arrows, killing most of the caravan guards instantly. The few who survived the arrow storm drew their blades and charged into the trees after our attackers. We heard screams muffled by the forest, and then nothing more of those men. I did not mean to do that. Where am I? After a long silence, the bandits appeared. Elves covered in tattoos and dressed in hides. They looted all the supplies and valuables they could carry from the merchants and disappeared back into the trees. These, I was informed later, were the Dalish, the wild elves who lurk in the wilderness on the fringes of settled lands, preying upon travelers and isolated farmers. These wild elves have reverted to the worship of their false gods and are rumored to practice their own form of magic, rejecting all human society. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Donativi. The Deep Roads. There isn't a dwarf alive who remembers the deep roads as they once were. They were the network of tunnels that joined the tides together. And it is tides, it's not thighs. It looks like it should be a strong TH, but it's not. To be honest, it isn't even right to give them such a simple term as tunnels. They are works of art, with centuries of planning demonstrated in the geometry of their walls, with the statues of the paragons that watch over travelers, with the flow of lava that keeps the deep roads lit and warm. The cloud gazers up on the surface talk of the imperial highway built by the magisters of old, as raised a raised walkway that crossed thousands of miles, something that could only have been built by magic. Perhaps it is comparable to the deep roads, although we dwarves didn't need magic. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. The Darkspawn rule the deep roads now. When Orzammar sealed off the entrances to the deep roads, abandoning everything that lay out there, we handed over the kingdom that was to those black... I'm gonna try not to cuss so much in this game. Forever. To think that there are genlocks... Is it genlocks or genlocks? Crawling over Bunamar now, tearing down our statues and defiling our greatest works. Corruption covers everything we built out there. Every dwarf who goes out and comes back says that it gets worse with each passing year. The foulness spread a little further. And the cloud gazers think the Darkspawn are gone just because they aren't spilling out into the surface. One day, when Orzammar is gone for good, they'll find out differently. Those Darkspawn won't have anywhere else to go but up, and they'll do it. The surface folk will have themselves a blight that will never end. Transcript of a conversation with a member of the Dwarven mining caste. 890 blessed. The Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind, and I definitely believe that we're going to be traveling the Fade in this game too. It's in every single game. I just hope it's not going to be as annoying as it was in Origins. I tell you, I hated that. I got so stuck. The first time I played the game in the Fade, for one, I didn't know how to craft materials. I didn't know how to craft potions. So, I didn't even have a healer with me. I was just by myself, and I forget whether or not I was a mage, but I didn't take the path. No, I wasn't a mage. I was a rogue, I think. I forget if I was a dual-wielding rogue or if I was a bow and arrow rogue. But all I remember is that it was so difficult because I did not know how to heal. Where am I? So, the study of the Fate is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes... Let me take a moment. We have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium indeed succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. Excuse me. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, peoples, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. From Tranquility and the Role of the Fade in Human Culture by First Enchanter Josephus. Ah, there he is. It's sad to see him like that. Fen'Harel, the Dread Wolf. There is precious little we know about Fen'Harel, for they say he did not care for our people. Elgernon and Mythal created the world as we know it. Andrul, and I think that's how you say it, some of these names are a little bit difficult to say. Andrul taught us the ways of the hunter. How do you say that one? Is it Silas? I think it's Silas. Silas and June gave us fire and crafting, but Fen'Harel kept to himself. Silas and June gave us fire and crafting, but Fen'Harel kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Arlathon, when the gods could no longer hear our prayers. It is said... My God, why do I keep wanting to hiccup? It is said that Fen'Harel spent centuries in a far corner to the north, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. Where did they get that idea, is what I'm wondering, because from what we know of Solus, he's not like that. I don't remember ever seeing him hugging himself madly and giggling like a madman. The legends say that before the fall of Arlathan, the gods we know and revere fought an endless war with others of their kind. There is not a Haren among us who remembers these others. Only in dreams do we hear whispered the names of... Geldarin? It must be Geldarin, right? And... Darnathal? I guess, and Anaris, for they are the forgotten ones, the gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. You know what? That's another thing too. We're hearing... Okay. So, the old gods that are mentioned they're the ones that cause the blights. Because each one of them is a dragon in the Deep Roads. An archdemon. But those are old gods of the Tevinter Imperium. Which I believe is... No, those are just the gods. Those are not what Corypheus was. Corypheus was one of the Magisters who went into the Fade physically to usurp the Golden Throne of God, the Maker. But being there turned heaven all black, and well, it's not heaven, it's whatever. I'm trying to dumb this down. They were cast out and became the first Darkspawn, which is what Corypheus is. So he's one of the Magisters of that long time ago, of the first Blights. But we killed him now. Hopefully for freaking good. But what I want to know is, now that we're tapping into elven stuff, we know that Fen'Harel, Solus here, is one of the gods, but he's like the in-between of good and evil. Because he's the trickster. He tricked them both. But the good gods, Elgar'nan, Mythal, all those, there's so much known about them, and we've seen, well, okay, I don't know exactly if we've literally seen her, but Mythal, aka Flemeth, we've interacted with that god. But we know literally nothing about these forgotten ones, the bad gods, the dark gods, whatever you want to call them, of the elven lore. So I want to know, and there's only 3 of them? Compared to the, 7 old gods for Tevinter Imperium. I should have written this stuff down a long time ago. My God, my mind is everywhere. I just want to know, will we ever have any interactions with these guys? Because well, let me continue reading on. Where am I? In ancient times, only Fen'Harel could walk without fear among both of our gods and the Forgotten Ones, for although he is kin to the gods of the people, the Forgotten Ones knew of his cunning ways and saw him as one of their own. And that is how Fen'Harel tricked them. God, why do I keep wanting to? Our gods saw him as brother, and they trusted him when they said they must keep to the heavens while he arranged a truce. And the Forgotten Ones trusted him also when he said that he would arrange for their defeat of their gods. If only the Forgotten Ones would return to the Abyss for a time. What I want to know is the Abyss supposed to be the Fade? Or is the Fade supposed to be the heavens that the old gods went to. Because when Flemeth, the original first, whatever you want to call her, the first woman of the legends, when she summoned, she tried doing a summoning to seek revenge against the man who killed her lover, right? And she ended up not conjuring up a demon, as I think she intended to do that, I don't know. She ended up summoning Mythal, the elven goddess, and instead got possessed by her. So the only way a person can be able to summon anything is from the Fade, right? So would that be the same heavens that the old gods went to of elven lore? Or is that where the Forgotten Ones went to? If that's not the case, then where is the Abyss? Wait, is the Veil the same thing as the Fade? God, I'm bad at this. They trusted Fen'Harel, and they were all of them betrayed, and Fen'Harel sealed them away so they could never again walk among the people. From the tale of Fen'Harel's triumph, as told by Gisharel, keeper of the Ralafaran clan of the Dalish Elves. We're moving on. We gotta move on. Ferelden culture. The Fereldans are a puzzle. As a people, they are one bad day away from reverting to barbarism. By the way, because I'm doing all this reading, I'm definitely going to be extending this video. It's going to be longer than an hour. They repelled invasions from Tevinter during the height of the Imperium with nothing but dogs and their own obstinate disposition. They are the coarse, willful, dirty, disorganized people who somehow gave rise to our prophet, ushered in an era of enlightenment, and toppled the greatest empire in history. There are few things you can assume safely in dealing with these people. First, they value loyalty above all things, beyond wealth, beyond power, beyond reason. Second, although they have nothing in their entire country which you are likely to think at all remarkable, they are extremely proud of their accomplishments. Third, if you insult their dogs, they are likely to declare war. And finally, the surest sign that you have underestimated the Fereldans is that you think you have come to understand them. Empress Selene I of Orleia, in a letter to her newly appointed ambassador to Denerim. And it shows a Mabari on that. That's cute. Whoops. Where am I going? Does this go down this way? No, it doesn't. Alright, this one. The Grey Wardens. Aw, isn't that the same card that was used for Blackwall? Yeah. The Blight had ravaged the land for months. The armies of the Great Kings amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky, it illuminated a vast seething horde of darkspawn with the archdemon at its head. It was then, when courage seemed to fail and all lost to death and despair, that the Great Wardens came. They arrived with the beatings of wings like mighty war drums and stood before the armies of men. The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth ever between men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. Then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds rolled back and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, that none of their blood had been spilled. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought, and yet about them all. They have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. Adaptation of a Grey Warden legend. The tale outlined above is widely told, although subject to regional variations. Free marchers might substitute great kings for titles bestowed in their given city-states. In Ferelden, the implied army of wardens is sometimes replaced with two representative of the national heroes who fought and defeated the archdemon at Denerim during the Fifth Blight. That would be the story of Origins. Dragon Age Origins. The beating of wings is a reference to the griffins the wardens are said to have ridden into battle. By the way, I do remember the picture on the cover of this game. I do see a griffin in that. So who knows? We might be able to have a griffin. That would be awesome. The beating of wings is a reference to the griffins the wardens are said to have ridden into battle. Although griffins went extinct long before the recent blight, they still appear in numerous stories, sometimes serving as a metaphor for the warden's unrestrained courage, but also employed to please an eager audience. From Tales of the Wardens by Sister Manon. Majestic... I'm gonna say beastards. Majestic beastards. I remember the second last one. I wouldn't get closer... Well, what is this referring to? Is it the griffins themselves? I remember the second last one. I wouldn't get closer than 60 feet, double the wide wingspan. That left you time to move. The beast was too weak to do much. Still seemed respectful to keep the distance and leave its end to animal and trainer. She starved out, not the way they should go, and not the way I was used to seeing them. Pardon me. Oh, they were majestic beastards, and they knew it. Ask any warden dumped arse over ears for not picking nits. Who is speaking? I don't understand. The sea trainer and beast had a kinship and both knew what they wanted. For Griffin, that bond meant grooming. Couldn't fault them. They needed what they needed. I mean, what's fair trade for saddling a warden commander full plate? Thank you for telling me that you're done. Thank you. Lightning storm, sheer dive straight in, through a archdemon's wing. Legendary, you can't argue. But back on the ground, they knew they were owed. Why is this hard for me to read? But you couldn't shortcut and douse them. They had all the majesty of a paddling rat, if you waterlogged the feathers. No, it was a grueling task to preening 30 bloody feet of wing, and you better remember, or maybe the thing got pissy next flight and cut an oak too close. Give you a love tap so hard your next helm dented. Still, everything in balance, every talon tipped, there was nothing that compared. You could reach down from the sky and cradle Thetis in your hand. Anyway, yes, I remember the second last one. After she dropped, the robes took some crosscuts, because they do things like that, and then we burned it, and then I got drunk. I do not remember the very last, and you can't make me. The comments of an unnamed Grey Warden excerpt from Viceop's records on the extinction of a treasured species, liberated for public consideration by Philium, a bard. I don't know if that's supposed to be about a dragon or if that's supposed to be about a griffin. But considering that it's mentioning Grey Wardens, I feel like it's talking about griffins. I need to take a break. Hold on a minute. See, what sucks is that I just got done eating dinner, so I've got hiccups now. My body is not agreeing with me, and then talking so much is making my mouth water. So I'm slurring my speech, and I don't mean to. And I'm also trying to read fast so that I can get this game going, but at the same time I'm like, but I need to remember all of this crap. The Imperial Chantry. There are those who would tell you that the Chantry is the same everywhere as it is here, that the divine in Valrio reigns supreme in the eyes of the Maker, and that this fact is unquestioned throughout Thedas. Like that, oh my god. Do not believe it. The Maker's second commandment, magic must serve man, not rule over him. You're gonna hear that a freaking lot. I swear. That was everywhere. Throughout all 3 games. I swear, that little sentence is annoying to me. Never held the same meaning within the ancient Tevinter Imperium as it did elsewhere. And I'm curious to know how people here in Tevinter, I mean, obviously, they revere magic so much. But I just wonder how they're going to express themselves with it as compared to what we're used to. Which is why I'm so happy to be here in Minrothis. The Chantry there interpreted the rule as meaning that mages should never control the minds of other men, and that otherwise their magic should benefit the rulers of men as much as possible. When the clerics of Tevinter altered the chancel light to reflect this interpretation of the commandment, the divine Valrio ordered the clerics to revert to the original chant. They refused, claiming corruption within Valrio, an argument that grew until in 387 Towers, the Chantry in Tevinter elected its own legitimate and uncorrupted divine Valhale, who was not only male, but also happened to be one of the most prominent members of the Tevinter Circle of the Magi. This is hard, guys. This black divine was reviled, outside Tevinter, his existence an offense to the Chantry in Valrayo. After 4 exalted marches to dislodge these rebels, all that the Chantry in Valrayo accomplished was to cement the separation. Is his name still the Divine Valhale, as it passes on from divine to divine? Or has this guy extended his life somehow, after all these years? And if that's so, then I want to meet him. I'm curious to know what this guy's like. Because last thing I heard about the Black Divine is that if you talk with Dorian, which, again, I'm hoping we're going to see Dorian here, because he's from Tevinter. Last thing I remember him saying is that the Black Divine was, there was something about an assassination that he was a part of. Not that he was going to be assassinated, but that he was the one, like, in charge of it or something. I want to know. I want to meet this guy. I'm curious. Where am I? I think I'm here. I'm so sorry, guys. It's my hiccups. While most aspects of the Imperial Chantry's teachings are the same, prohibitions against magic have been weakened, and male priests have become more prevalent. Does anybody else hate big words? The Circle of the Magi today rules Tevinter directly. Ever since Archon Nomarin, is that how you say it? Was elected in 734 Storm, directly from the ranks of the Enchanters, to great applause from the public. He dispensed with the old rules forbidding mages from taking part in politics, and within an age, the true rulers within the various imperial houses, the mages, took their places openly within the government. The Imperial Divine is now always drawn from the ranks of the First Enchanters and operates as Divine and Grand Enchanter both. This is utter heresy to any member of the Chantry outside of Tevinter, a return of the days of the Magisters, which brought the blights down upon us. But it exists, and even though we have left the Tevinter Imperium to the mercies of the dread Kunari, still they have endured. Further confrontation between the Black Divine and our so-called White Divine is inevitable. Ooh. Have they never met? That would be interesting. From Edicts of the Black Divine by Father David of Canaris. 811 Blessed. Lyrium. Oh boy, Lyrium is the king of metals. Beneath our feet it sings. When properly refined, it is a smooth, slightly iridescent, silvery liquid. In the hands of the dwarven smith cast, it is mixed with steel to produce indestructible armor and blades that hold an edge for centuries. In the hands of the shaper it becomes a repository for living memories. And some scholars maintain this as evidence that lyrium is, itself, alive. It finds its most lucrative application in the hands of the Formari, who use it in conjunction with baser metals like gold, silverite, veridium, or even iron to produce enchantments. Though mages, of course, consume it in a diluted form to bolster their abilities, this is not recommended. Overindulgence in lyrium can have disastrous consequences, particularly in more concentrated amounts. It is not advisable, for instance, that any reader handle raw lyrium, which in many cases can kill on contact. An excerpt from an alchemical primer of metallurgy. hello, word I don't know. Volume 1 by Lord Cerastes of Marnus Pell. Okay. The Magisterium. There is a mistaken impression outside the Let's try that one more time. There is a mistaken impression outside the Tevinter Imperium that a Magister is simply a mage, and the mere act of being a mage is all that is required to be among the ruling class. A misperception aided, no doubt, by some Tevinter mages claiming the title outside their homeland to take advantage of its reputation. In truth, being a Magister requires one hold a seat in the Magisterium, the upper house of the Imperial Senate. This is the body that makes laws, and which chooses the new Archon if there is no approved heir. The Senate's lower house, the Publicanium, consists of elected officials, but it has no true power and it is considered a bureaucratic body. Magisters, meanwhile, come from the ranks of the Circle of Magi and the Imperial Chantry, but most hold their seats by virtue of an Archon having granted to their family long ago. It is not technically required for a Magister to be a mage. Indeed, after the Transfiguration that saw the old gods abandoned and Androsianism embraced, most were not. Since the Towers Age, however, non-mages in the Magisterium have slowly been weeded out. A true Magister is thus a figure of real power in Tevinter. All other mages serve at their pleasure, and any mage not of proper lineage has no influence outside of that which personal wealth and talent provide. From the Ancient North by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. The Maker. I like that picture for it, because it could be anything. It could literally be anything. The Maker. There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out, the first word, and his word became all that might be, dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities, and from it made his firstborn. And he said to them, in my image I forge you, to you I give dominion, over all that exists, by your will may all things be done. Then in the center of heaven he called forth a city of towers of gold, streets with music for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. There he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children could create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne, and sang hymns of praise unending. But their songs were the songs of the cobblestones. They shone with a golden light, reflected by the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. And the voice of the Maker shook the fade, saying, in my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all things that exist. By your will all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. And he knew he had wrought amiss. So the Maker turned from his firstborn, and took from the fade a measure of its living flesh, and placed it apart from the spirits, and spoke to it, saying, here I decree opposition in all things, for earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is balance sundered, and the world given new life. And no longer was it formless, ever-changing, but held fast, immutable, with words for heaven and for earth, sea and sky. At last did the Maker from the living world make men, immutable as the substance of the earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, to you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the fade I crafted you, and to the fade you shall return, each night in dreams, that you may always remember me. And then the Maker sealed the gates of the golden city, and there he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Threnodies 5:1-8. Navarra. The fourth time I attempted to cross the border into Navarra from Orlais and was turned back by chevaliers. I decided to take the more roundabout path, a ship back to Ferelden and then another to Navarra. The outcome was more than worth the trouble. The whole country is filled with artistry, from the statues of heroes that litter the streets and even the meanest villages to the glittering golden College of Magi in Cumberland. Perhaps nowhere is more astonishing than the vast necropolis outside Navarra city. Excuse me. Unlike most other followers of Andraste, the Navarrans do not burn their dead. Instead, they carefully preserve the bodies and seal them in elaborate tombs. Some of the wealthiest Navarrans begin construction of their own tombs while quite young, and these become incredible palaces, complete with gardens, bathhouses, and ballrooms, utterly silent, kept only for the dead. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. The Orlesian Empire. There are many lords and ladies in Valrio, and I mean this literally. Once the system of noble titles in Orlais was labyrinthine. There were barons and baronesses, and baronets, and sir barons, and a horde of others, each with its own origins and its own nuances of comparison. The Orlesian aristocracy is ancient and much given to competition. All the nobility play the grand game, as it is known. God, I hate that. Whether they wish to or not. It is a game of reputation and patronage, where moves are made with rumors and scandal is the chief weapon. No gentle game, this. More blood has been drawn as a result of the grand game than any war the Orlesians have fought. Of this I am assured by almost every gentleman here. As far as titles went, everything changed with the coming of Emperor Draken, who established the Orlesian Empire as it exists now, and who created the Chantry. There is no more venerated figure in Orlais. In Valrio, the statue of Draken stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. There's so much reading. Draken determined that the grand game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all titles beside his own and lord and lady. I am told with some twittering amusement that this action did not end the grand game as Draken had intended. Now the lords and ladies collected unofficial titles rather than official ones, such as the exalted patron of Tassus Clay, or uncle to the champion of Tremes. It is a headache to remember such titles, and one winces to think of the poor doormen at the balls who must rattle them off as each guest enters the room. The aristocracy is different from Ferelden in other ways as well. The Orlesians' right to rule stems directly from the Maker. There exists neither the concept of rule by merit nor the slightest notion of rebellion. If one is not noble, one aspires to be, or at the least aspires to be in the good graces of a noble, and is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the grand game. And then there are the masks and the cosmetics. I have not seen so much paint since the kennels at Highover, but that is another story. From Beyond the Frostbacks by Ban Turek, I guess, of West Hill, 920 Dragon. Now I did like Orlais in Inquisition. It was very nice to see. I'm just annoyed by it. I hate the grand game. I hate it. It's a waste of time, is what it is to me. It's just high school. That's literally all it is to me. The Qunari. The people of the Qun are perhaps the least understood group in Thedas. The Qunari wars were brutal, but so was the Chantry Schism. So was the fall of the Imperium. Some of this misunderstanding is an accident of nature. The race we call Qunari are formidable. Nature has given them fierce horns and strange eyes, and the ignorant look on them and see monsters. Some is an accident of language. Few among the Qun's people speak the common tongue, and fewer speak it well. In a culture that strives for mastery, to have only a passable degree of skill is humiliating indeed, and so they often keep quiet among foreigners, out of shame. But much of it is the result of the culture itself. The Qunari view their whole society as a single creature, a living entity whose health and well-being is the responsibility of all. Each individual is only a tiny part of the whole, a drop of blood in its veins, important not for itself but for what it is to the whole creature. Because of this, the Qunari most outsiders meet belong to the army, which the Qun regards as if it were the physical body, arms, legs, eyes, and ears, the things a creature needs in order to interact with the world. One cannot get to know a person solely by studying his hand or his foot. and so one cannot truly meet the Kunari until one has visited their cities. That is where their mind and soul dwell. In Saharan and Parvolan, one can truly see the Kunari in their entirety. There, the unification of the Kunari into a single being is most evident. Workers whom the Kyun call the mind produce everything the Kunari require. The soul, the priesthood, seeks a greater understanding of the self, the world, and exhorts the body and mind to continually strive for perfection. The body serves as the go-between for the mind, the soul, and the world. Everyone and everything has a place, decided by the Kyun, in which they work for the good of the whole. It is a life of certainty, of equality, if not individuality. From the writings of the seer of Kant-R. 841 Blessed. And it is hard to understand the Kyun. It really is. I think it's because going from how Sten expressed the Kyun versus how like Iron Bull talks about the Kyun, that they're two vastly different personalities altogether. And then you've got everything that happened in Dragon Age 2, and that was just stressful upon stress. And what could have been an easy, just simple communication was just piles on of a lot of stress. That's what I get from that, at least. I'm trying to word this correctly, and I'm not. Okay. We're getting there. Ravane. Nowhere in my travels, not in the heart of the Imperium, nor the streets of Orzammar, have I felt so much an outsider as in Ravane. The chant of light never truly reached the ears of these people. The years they spent under the thumb of the Kunari left most of the country zealous followers of the Kyun. Okay. I wonder if we'll ever get a touch of Ravane. But resistance to the chant goes deeper than the Kunari War. The Ravani refuse to be parted from their seers, wise women who are in fact hedge mages, communicating with spirits and actually allowing themselves to become possessed. Wow, really? Okay. The chantry prohibition against such magical practices violates millennia of local tradition. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. That'll be interesting to see. Sexuality in Theas. And it shows Isabella. I like that. It's like, there you go, everybody. That's what it's like. What I find most interesting is that despite the lack of open discussion on matters of human sexuality, there is commonality to be found on the subject in all Andrastian lands. Typically, one's sexual habits are considered natural and separate from matters of procreation. And only among the nobility, where procreation involves the issues of inheritance and the union of powerful families, there's that hiccup again, is it considered of vital importance. Yet even there, a noble who has done their duty to the family might be allowed to pursue their own sexual interests without raising eyebrows. The view on indulging lusts with a member of the same gender varies from land to land. In Orlais, it is considered a quirk of character and nothing more. In Ferelden, it is a matter of scandal, done indiscreetly, but otherwise nothing noteworthy. In Tevinter, it is considered selfish and deviant behavior among nobles, but actively encouraged with favored slaves. That's right, there's slaves here. Right. I gotta keep a good eye on that. And keep an eye out for our boy Fenris. I want to be with him again. I love Fenris. Nowhere is it forbidden, and sex of any kind is only considered worthy of judgment when taken to awful excess or performed in the naked eye. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. Do I have to read that? No, but I do it anyway. Surface Dwarves. In Orzammar, Dwarven society is divided into rigged castes. It's not caste, like I thought when I first played Origins, but it's caste, with houses that compete for power and prestige. But by the way, to those of you who do not know what a caste is, it is literally your nobility, basically. Are you rich? Are you poor? Are you some kind of miner? What do you do for a living, basically? But all that is discarded when a dwarf abandons the stone for the surface. Under the open sky, everyone is equal, or so the story goes. The truth is that thousands of years of tradition are not so easily tossed aside. Even though surface dwarves are officially stripped of their caste, many maintain a hierarchy among themselves along the old caste lines. Formerly noble houses are accorded more respect than casteless brands who come up in search of opportunity. The poorest noble dwarf on the surface looks upon the rich lower caste dwarves with contempt. Upper-class surface dwarf society is roughly divided into two camps. Kalnas, who insist on maintaining caste and rank, typically those from the noble or merchant caste families, and ascendants, I guess, who believe in leaving Orzamar's traditions underground and embracing life in the sunlit world. Maintaining some tie to Orzamar was seen for generations as the only lifeline for surface dwarves. Bringing surface goods to their kin underground and lyrium and metals to the surface was not only the most lucrative means of making a living, but also a sort of sacred duty, as many surface dwarves willingly accepted exile and the loss of their caste to better serve their house or patron. In recent years, many surface dwarves, particularly ascendants, have branched out. They started banks, mercenary companies, and overland trade caravans. They became investors and speculators in purely surface trade. These new industries have proven tremendous sources of wealth, but are looked down upon by their more conservative kin. For less affluent surface dwarves, association with a powerful Kalna can open many doors. They can get credit with Dwarven merchants and are offered work opportunities by the powerful Dwarven Merchants Guild more readily, sometimes than more qualified but less connected individuals. From the Dowager's Field Guide to Good Society by Lady Alcyone? Whatever that is. So does that mean that Varric is considered a Kalna? Because he was born on the surface, but he's also a part of the Merchants Guild. I don't know. We'll figure that out, I guess. Tevinter Society. To those outside of the Tevinter Imperium, it is easy to imagine a society filled with mages and elven slaves and little else. In truth, there are 3 different Tevinters, each of them a world completely separated from the others. There are the mages, the land's nobility, completely obsessed with competing for supremacy with each other, almost to the exclusion of paying any heed to the nation's enemies, such as the Kunari. The well-bred Altus sneer at the Latans, who in turn sneer at the Praetari. You know what? I need Dorian to explain this to me. He is great at it. It just rolls off his tongue. I can't do that. They vie for dominance in the Magisterium, where factions shift and flow on a daily basis with deadly consequences, requiring every family to put on a veneer of perfect citizenship or face scandal and censure. Then there are the so-called Soparati, the sleepers. These are the non-magical citizens who vastly outnumber the mages, yet are beholden to their whims. Many are resentful to this status of this status, plotting in secret, even as they secretly hope their children will possess magical talent. An enticing lure, since the talent could conceivably show up in anyone, even a slave. It would be easy to forget that Tevinter possesses a massive class of publicans, the civil servants and leaders of the legionnaires. It has an enormous merchant class, enough teeming poor to... What am I reading? Enough teeming poor to drown any other nation in Thedas, and the shadowy thieves called Praesumptor? Oh boy! Who are practically treated with respect. And then there are the slaves. One would think that they, at least, see each other as equals, but it is not so. The divide between the freed liberati, those who act as personal servants to magisters, those who work on farms and factories, and the servus publicus, who do all the tasks proper citizens will not, it is all but insurmountable, or perhaps an emulation of those who own them. Imperial slaves will connive and scheme to try anyhow. Outsiders might see it as futile, but to enter citizens, their nation's social classes are the most mutable. I think I'm ready to stop reading. And rewarding of merit in all of Thetis. Brother Genitivi. The Veil. Shouldn't this be all the way at the top? I detest this notion that the veil is some manner of invisible curtain that separates the world of the living from the world of the spirits, whether it be called the Fade or the Beyond. As a matter of racial politics, I refuse to indulge in at this moment. There is no this side and that side when it comes to the veil. One cannot think of it as a physical thing, or a barrier, or even a shimmering wall of holy light. Thank you very much for that image of perfection. Think of the veil instead as opening one's eyes. Before you opened them, you saw you saw me turn up. Before you opened them, you saw our world as you see it now. Static, solid, unchanging. Now that they are open, you see our world as the spirits see it. Chaotic, ever-changing, a realm where the imagined and the remembered have as much substance as that which is real. More, in fact. A spirit sees everything as defined by will and memory, and this is why they are so very lost as when they cross the veil. In our world, imagination has no substance. Objects exist independently of how we remember them or what emotions we associate with them. Mages alone possess the power to change the world with their minds, and perhaps this forms the nature of a demon's attraction to them. Who can say? Regardless, the act of passing through the veil is much more about changing one's perceptions than a physical transition. The veil is an idea. It is the act of transition itself, and it is only the fact that both living beings and spirits find the transition difficult that gives the veil any credence as a physical barrier at all. From a dissertation on the Fade as a physical manifestation by Moreno, senior enchanter at the Minratha Circle of Magi, 655 Steel. Whew! Vitar. That's a pretty cool looking picture. I like that one. After extensive study of the Kunari specimens you kindly provided, I've come to the conclusion that the painted markings on their face and body are not, in fact, solely for a ceremonial purpose, but provide a practical benefit. Oh, I'm certain there is some cultural significance to the patterns and colors they choose, but the Kunari do nothing without purpose, yes? They call these markings Vitar, which in their tongue means poison armor. It is called this because the markings are magical in nature and actually harden their skin to an iron-like quality without hindering flexibility. And my analysis says the paint consists largely of poison. It's mixed with something else, blood perhaps, their own, and that neutralizes the poison, but only for one with Kunari physiology. Anyone else would perish almost instantly, which reminds me, I'll kindly require another body slave. Seriously. The process activates the magical qualities of the poison, which provides the protective effects almost in the same manner that lyrium runes do. However, how this works and whether it can be used for our purposes will require further study, perhaps some live specimens this time. Oh my god. From a letter written by Namaria Oreganus, apprentice to Magister Varus, 932 Dragon. Huh. Why am I learning about him? I wonder if I'll be able... Well, this is probably where I'll be able to fix my appearance if I need to. Xenon, the Antiquarian. I left the Black Emporium empty-handed for two reasons. And the Black Emporium, I believe, is in Kirkwall. That's the name of it, Kirkwall. I left the Black Emporium empty-handed for two reasons. First, most of the items were priced far beyond what I could afford. Second, I spent most of my short time there trying to state my curiosity about its proprietor. I found myself stealing glances at the antiquarian from behind piles of books, between shelves, and at one point over a basket of mismatched socks. There he sat, petrified, in the center of the emporium, skin of waxy gray over ancient tout sinew, moaning in a voice so dry and brittle it sounded like the snapping of twigs after I dropped. A girl of not more than 12 scurried to and fro to fulfill his numerous requests. Another patron noticed my fascination and told me that the girl, most likely an urchin rescued from the street, was responsible for the needs of the antiquarian, feeding, washing, and the like. So impossibly old is he, and so fragile his skin, he can only tolerate the barest whispers of touches from the smallest and most tender of his servants. Only in this way he come close to his lost youth, he said the man. I was surrounded by objects of legend, yet none fascinated me as did the antiquarian. From a journal page found in Kirkwall's Dark Town, written by an unknown author. Is that the end of this one? Oh, thank God. How about... I'm stuck. That's right, I have to tap over to it. Okay. What is this? Okay. Oh, this is to me. That's right. My last name is Aldveer. Okay. A letter dated 6 months ago. Okay, Aldveer. Strife has finally given up sending teams out to rediscover the route that was lost. Cloud? I'm sorry. What? Okay. I'll go with it. Without the magic in the map, the paths will not open, and the map is gone. I know it was difficult for him to make the final decision. You could see the angry vein in his forehead for days after. Now maybe he can start to move past it. Most of the others have already. But of course, as the leader of that mission, he views your defiance and the outcome that resulted as something of a personal failure. We will give him time. You being away is a blessing, and we all hope that your work with Varric Tethras is going well. You will be glad to hear that some of the younger Veil Jumpers are quite excited about you being on the trail of the Dreadwolf himself. You must regale them upon your return. Irelin. Do I know the name Irelin? I don't think there's any other things. Nope. Nothing in mementos. Wow, there's a lot of mementos. 182? Jeez. I'm glad that it tells you how many. And that World of Thedas is already completed. Even though there's still so much about the world that I do not know. Alright. Now, missives. Oh, that's cute. Letters from your companions and others you've aided in your journey. No missives. I get mail from my friends. Oh my God. I get mail. Awesome. Oh my God. Do I really need to... How do I... Oh. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I don't need to go through all that. When it comes to the lore, that's fine. Now, what I wanted to know... Oh, okay. There's a photo mode? Huh. Okay, well. There's buttons I do not know yet. You guys are all chilling out in the rain and you don't mind? And most of you are elves. Look at you. I'm gonna take my time with this, by the way. I'm sorry. How do I run? She's not running. She's just walking. Alright. I love it here. And look at... He's so hot. And he still has Bianca with him. I love it. I know that... Now I watched what happens in the demo. I do know that Solus destroys Bianca. Spoiler for that, but based off of the picture on the cover, he's still holding Bianca with him, so I assume that we get a chance to fix it. I'm hoping. Now, as for the real Bianca, that bitch can fly.
You don't think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons.
You're a
I
Canary.
have to talk him down.
What's a canary doing here into winter?
Cool, then.
Oh, I'm sorry. People are actually commenting on. Oh, he's waiting on me. He's trying to move. I'm sorry. Hello. Hello. I'm sorry. I love my hair. Oh, it's so colorful. Ooh. What?
Wait! Well, I didn't do anything!
Whoa. What?
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast and been restless.
Gotta help her.
He looks so good.
Don't have time to get arrested, especially if...
What?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes.
He's up there?
Let's go.
Are you serious?
Audience this way. She'll get us to Dumont Plaza, and Ned will get us to Solus.
What the heck? Solus, what's happening to you? Oh, hey, I can run now. And people have ran. Okay. I can't sprint. Ah! Oh my god, what is that? What the heck? Oh my god! What the hell, Solus? What did you do? Oh my god, what are these things? They're not demons. There, okay, there are
The
demons.
band is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
Oh, that makes sense. We're not going to attack these. Okay. I can't tell if there's loot. I can't. Whoa, I do have a sprint.
When the veil comes down completely,
Ah, jeez.
The whole world is going to look a lot like this.
Wow, look at you. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Oh, that's cool. They have like their own defense going on. That's cool. I can't do this. Okay, I gotta run. Gotta run. Follow my boy. Oh, use X to jump over. Okay. Hey, Harding.
Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
You were just a little scout. Look at all those freckles. Whew.
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
What about you two? Are you okay?
I'm never better, honey. Are you kidding?
Fought some demons in the Archon's palace took a few shots at us. Nothing we can handle.
We didn't fight. What are you talking about? I ran.
Right over there.
Oh, there we go.
Where's Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point? The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages. But their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Ned to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Not a problem. I saw Dumont Plaza when I was scouting the area, and it was crawling with Venatori. Follow me.
Eyes up. We got company.
Ooh, look at you, spirits. How do I fight? Okay, perform a light attack with square. Use your light attack up to 3 times in a row to create an attack chain. The last hit is a final attack that fires multiple shots simultaneously.
Here they come.
Ow! And I have a lock on. Hold L1 to defend. Oh, that's nice. Against all but the strongest attacks.
I think that's the last of them.
Nice.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza and find him.
I don't want to waste my drink.
You all right? Patch yourselves up if you need it.
How many things do I have?
Solus fears that the veil doesn't end the story.
Oh, that's nice.
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient
Hey, I can ruin things.
That world existed before the veil, and he wants to bring it back.
even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
So I got myself 2 archers. Do I really not have a menu to look at my team? Or status or anything? Can I go in here? Oh, hello. Money! Gold! Got some pennies. Then there's this way. It leads to another way. Where's my map? How do I do map? Map. No. Map. No. How did I do map before? Wrong button. What is that? I don't know what I just did. I don't know what I just did. I wasted something by accident. What is that? I'm pressing all sorts of buttons. Wow, okay. I did not mean to do that. I'm trying. Oh. Oh no. It's just like Silent Hill. No. And I gotta jump now. Okay. Where's my map button? Where's my map button? There was a map button on here. Where did it go? I saw the map. Where did I get a map button? Why is this thing all glowy? I saw that thing was all glowy. I like the attention to detail. More money. Mine. Alright, well. More things are gonna come to me. There's that way. Wow! Look at all the rats! Oh, I love that! That was so cute! Oh my god! I love that! I'm just scurrying off. Hello. More money. I'm good with getting more money. Oh, it shows the people. They're down. They're trying to hide. I'm loving the game so far, guys. I'm taking my time with it. I hope you do not mind. Potions. Oh, green things are potions. Okay. Makes sense. I don't think Solus cares.
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
Let's move.
Oh, okay. How do I... Ooh! Oh, cool! Well, that's where Solus is most likely at. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Oops. Right. How do I... Thanks, guys. You're helping me out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Looks like the Venatori put up a barrier to block the way.
Ah. There we go, that's nice. You can't hit me. There we go. Venatori have erected a barrier, destroyed nearby crystals to bring it down. Okay, I will do that after I heal. Kind of reminds me of Kingdom Hearts when you would like pick up these little green little specks. Oh, is that the barrier? Oh, I see. Isn't that red lyrium? So red lyrium is still a thing? Ow. Ow.
Cross paths with them in the Veil Jumpers. They were hunting for magic and putting people in danger.
Yep, that's them.
Well, you're not doing a good job at containing it, buddy. I can't loot anything off these guys. Where's my two buddies? Oh, there they are. My two little dwarves. What about in here? Oh man, look at all of it. Jeez. I hope I can walk around here later.
Guess we're sliding down.
We will after I pick these up. And I'll pick that up too. I need all the money I'm gonna get. Alright, well. Whee!
Their allies have been together. Kill them all.
Uh-oh. What did I do? Use R1 to select the new arcane shot ability. It acquires 100 mana to use. Mages regenerate mana over time. Where's my mana bar? Oh, okay. Oh, arcane shot. Launch up to 5 projectiles towards your target for nearby enemies. Applies burning. Woo! Heh. Uh-oh. 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 Why is my barrier red now? Now it's blue. Uh-oh. Ah! Dang it. They're not doing much damage to me, so I shouldn't be... I'm fine.
Another barrier. But it looks like network, not the Venatories.
Oh. You mean... Oh! Nev must be the ice person I saw on the thingy. Alright, well then. Oh, that's nice. It shows our sliding on the thing. It didn't, like, disappear. Hello? Knock knock. That's a lot of ice. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Knock knock. Oh, that's easy. Hi, Vivian. It's literally Vivian.
Alright, hiding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. I never wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Ned Callis, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Ned, hey Rook. Harding and I found her a while back. Thought we could use an expert on trouble.
Like the chess piece.
I know, right?
Strongest pieces on the board, but she tends to think in straight lines.
You know what? Yeah, nice job with the Venatori.
Nice to meet you. Based on the Venatori, you've got excellent taste in enemies.
I do my best.
You said you had a lead?
Oh, I love those lamps. They're so pretty. I'm sorry, I'm looking at all the wrong things.
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in Elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
And that's
Ooh.
all. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
He
I
is.
also told you he was an ancient elven god.
Elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
Okay, so she's clearly to Vinter. I didn't even realize that the guy speaking overhead is a Templar. Okay.
So we do catch Solus, or the Red Wolf, or whatever he calls himself. What's the plan?
He wants to bring down the veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us?
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
I like my team. Oh, look at the people. Oh, I'm sorry. Solus is being a bad boy right now. We gotta put the doggy down. Ah, jeez! Ah. You know, I don't like things running around like that. Okay, it reminds me of Silent Hill. Okay? That happened to me way too many times. I still hate mannequins. Hang on, I see you. No, out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way! Thank you. I saw you. That's my money. Oh, okay. I'm going down here. I did not mean to step on you. I'm sorry. I know you're dead. I'm trying to be nice to the dead. Oh, I thought it was a lookout point. Man. Just look at all of this. Oh, look at the water. Jeez. I want to go up there. Oh, man. Look at that. That's beautiful. Ignoring all the doom and gloom all around me, I'm looking at everything. I'm busy looking at things. Oh. Well, what about you guys? How do you guys get down? It won't let me see. Whoa! What's flying around? Oh, I see. They just disappear. That's silly. Anything else hidden around? What's that over there? Another barrier, maybe? Huh. I really wish I could pull up the map. Okay, we're going down.
There. That's the building I tracked souls to.
Seeing if there's any other things
Venatori
hidden.
also found it, and then demons found them.
Okay, that's not something to destroy. It was glowing. Oh wait, no, okay, whatever. You guys can jump down, right? Another green thing for health. I wonder if these are Templars. Potions are full. Okay. I guess I can only hold 3. Ranged attack. Hold R2 to channel your magical energy into a beam. Okay. Whee! Oh, that's fun. Ooh, look at that ice. Ooh, barriers, huh? Ow. Nice, there we go. Oh, there's more. You know what? How do I do it? Ah, not enough mana. What was it again? There we go. I gotta get closer. Hang on. Ah! Why am I not close enough? Are you? Yeah, I am. I'll be right with you in a moment.
Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it.
Okay, you get that. I'm gonna pause. Be right back, guys. Back to it. Oh, that was easy. Okay, then. Oh, man, I really wish I knew how to look at my map. I feel like there's things I missed. Goodness. Alrighty.
So this is the Dreadwolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. I'm not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has
Really?
been around longer than Manrathus itself.
It just looks like rock to me. Ooh, never mind. There's our first sign right there. Huh. I wonder if red lyrium is still around. I mean, Venatori are still up and about, and they were all formed because of Corypheus. Investigate?
Broken chains. Solus's great slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
I mean, he's got a good reason for what he's doing. It's his methods that are beyond insane. Which is saying something. What is this? Oh, it must be architecture of some sort. Elven, maybe? Money!
What do you see?
A
Blue.
sign of solace. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Yeah, a mirror would be an illuvian. Oh, I see you. Man, there's no more... There's no more, tapping, what is it, L1? L3? How do I... There we go. If I was able to tap L3 in Inquisition, you get like a what is it, a search mechanism? Hello?
Ancient elves doing something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solus said the other elven gods were evil. They were binding dragons. He was right about that much, at least.
But isn't it like split between the forgotten ones and the old gods, or whatever they called them? Well, the old gods are the Tevinter gods. Hello, Finharel. Excuse me, enemies.
More demons.
Mages can use the orb and dagger combination. I can. Use square to attack with the orb, triangle to attack with the dagger. Orb attacks are much quicker than staff attacks, but with a shorter range. Each hit with the orb applies an arcane mark to the target. On the third, it becomes an arcane bomb. Using triangle dagger attacks will make the arcane bomb explode, dealing a large amount of bonus damage. Ah. Okay, oopsie. So... that's how we do it. Okay. Looks like it's gonna take me a bit to get my level up. Was there something over here glittering? No. I'm gonna be missing out on a lot of things. Just watch. How about over here? Hello, I can use you to heal me. Thank you! And then there's a way up. But it looks like we need to look at this.
Locked.
Yep.
There must be a way to open it. Let's look around.
That's what I thought.
Air's full of magic. Solus used a lot of power for something.
Well, he's tearing open the veil.
Dribble, Veilguard. He's got a lot of names.
I always called him Chuckles.
Oh my god. It's Final Fantasy 15 all over again. Oh, so that's how
Nice
you...
work.
Let's see what's on the other side.
Probably not a good idea to jump from this height. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Ooh, ooh. Okay then. Is that a trap if I stand in the center? I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, nothing happened. Can I open these things? No. Okay. They look brand spanking new. Hello, treasure box. Money? Money. Was he playing a little guitar? What is all this? What is that? Solus, what the heck? What is this room? You've got some splaining to do. Anything over here? No, okay. I really wish I had a light. This is shiny floor. Oh, it's water. That's why.
There's the big glowing window you saw earlier.
I think it's an illuvian. I've seen a few in Arlington Forest.
Oh, that's a big one.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solus uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Looks like there's only one way to go. Yeah. Alright then, let's go. You didn't think to lock it, close the door?
We're not in Manrathas anymore.
You left it
I know
unlocked.
these trees. This is Arlington Forest.
And there's your ritual. Power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
Wowie.
The tremors are getting worse.
Oh man.
And we've got demons.
Ooh, these ones are stronger. Okay. Anybody else now?
The Fates and Vest is close to the ritual. No telling what can come through.
God, look at that. Things are floating around. Oh man, I like Solus though. I don't want him to be a bad guy. I feel disappointed that he has to be a bad guy.
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
It almost looks like the breach. Oh, that's cool. It looks like glass floating in the air. Like the sky is glass. An agile attack? How do I sprint again? Okay, that's how you sprint. Okay. This way. Am I missing anything? Okay, I guess not. I don't really need this, but I want it.
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left light. I want to hurry.
Oh, jeez. Where? Where's the enemies? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at all the flurries. That's cute. I like her snowy, little wintry attacks. This is beautiful. Despite all the discord and chaos all around me, this place is beautiful. You want to check this out? Aha! My money senses were tingling. And there's another one. I'm glad that they do glow. They glow a nice golden hue. Wow! Ability shortcuts by holding L2 and pressing. Oh, okay. I'll do that. I just. Owie. There we go. Uh-oh. I forgot how to dodge. I'm sorry. Who's next? Is this the way? This is probably the way. What was down this way? Oh, it was just crumbly bits. Okay, never mind. I keep forgetting to sprint. Everything's glowing. kind of wish my Inquisitor girl was here. So then she could knock some sense into her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend.
Nothing compared to how many Lumina's soul finishes its ritual.
I don't see anything else. Oh boy, oh boy. Solus! Oh, a pride demon. They changed the look of him. Oh, look at you. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh boy. He's coming for me. Ah! Ooh, okay, okay. Ah! Ah, jeez. Ah! Get out of the way. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ah, jeez. Hey, no, tag him. Tag him. You know what's terrible is that most of these people are all...
How does even this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solus's ego.
Yeah, his name is literally Pride. It makes sense. There we go.
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
Oh, there he is. Oh. Oh, come on. We're wasting time.
All right, I'll take it from here.
Varric? We don't need no heroes.
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option. Help him justify changing his mind.
Change his plan or support. You know what? I do support his plan. He knows Solus more than they do.
We've got your back.
I'm sorry, Harding. Jeez.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
I'm sorry, but Bianca's gonna get hurt. She's gonna have a big boo-boo.
Take care of the team for me.
Hey, don't say it like that. Okay? Those are not good words to say.
Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
He looks a little different, doesn't he?
Let's buy him some time.
Alright, ladies.
I hope Varric is getting through to Solus.
Better talk fast. We can't hold these demons up forever.
The veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize it. People are dying right now. You need to listen.
Oh boy.
Please.
Solus, did you really have to do that?
You are always dying. It is what they do.
bad puppy.
Shit. We need a better plan. Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. It's too powerful.
Yeah, what would that do?
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding and leave that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting the ritual at this scale will have consequences.
Yeah,
What
well.
about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Ah, crap. I mean, honestly, does it really matter? I mean, it is stronger magic that I'm going through, but again, Harding is a dwarf, so she's pretty much nullified by that. I don't know, I feel like Neve, whatever her name is. I'm going with her.
Let's go now. Arden, keep the demons busy. Good luck.
Alright. I'm fine with that. And I'm sorry, Harding, but what are your little arrows going to do? Oh boy. They're arguing inaudibly. I wonder if I'll be able to hear what they say later. I really wish I could hear what they're saying. Oh boy. Oh boy. This way. Oh.
Break down scaffolding.
Oh, you mean this big glowy bit? Oh, I see. There we go. Solus is gonna be pissed. Even more pissed.
Why tear down the veil? Know all the lives it'll cost.
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The power of green, but he isn't falling. We need to
Push!
Right. Together. Now.
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Don't you dare hurt my boy. Barrick, no! Don't get hurt! No! I mean Varric! I love Varric! You can't do that! That wasn't his heart, that was his shoulder. Right? Oh, poor Varric, he lost Bianca, and now he's losing himself. He's lost his friend. Uh-oh, that thing is magical. Oh no, it is his heart. Solus, what the F? What? Oh, that's right. There were two other shapes in that pictures. The pictures. Oh God. There's two other gods. I don't know who that would be. They look cool though. Oh man, soulless. Oh boy. Oh man. I know I survived, but for the love of God, please make sure that Varric's okay. He's on the freaking cover of the game,
You
okay?
have no idea what you have done.
You know what? I don't care. Oh no.
Soulless?
Is this the fade?
I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world.
Well, you're not doing good at repairing it.
When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Because you're a mage?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Do you want
Wow.
magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
Alright, talk to me.
Alright. You brought me here to talk. What are we talking about?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped. And the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
Whoa, wait a minute. Is that what happened right then? So, they switched places. And I don't remember hearing anything about the Elven Gods being the ones to create the Blights. I missed that detail. My girl's twitching. And yeah, isn't that his intention to begin with? Wasn't he going to let them out anyway? And he is trying to be the hero, but his methods are insane. There's always another way to things. There's always a plan B. But no, I'm mad at him right now. He hurt my boy.
Thanks to me, I was the one performing a big ritual to free them.
Free them? My mortal enemies. I was ensuring that they would never escape their prison.
You were tearing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric.
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that when you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
Hey, it was only 2 of them.
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods.
Unless they are the
It took
forgotten
all
ones.
my power to imprison them millennia ago. But I am certain you will be fine.
You know what? Sure, I'll be sarcastic too.
That's really helpful. Where are you, the Elven God of Sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of myths to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I can offer is what I know.
Helpful advice from the Elven God of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story. Algernon and Gillenay are your...
I have exchanged verbal jabs.
It's your responsibility now.
What else is new? This is your game.
Why? Why tear down the veil? Listen. You have no idea what you have done.
Eric, you're
This
okay.
is your responsibility now. Well,
My boy is
look
okay.
who's still with us.
Eric, you're okay. I saw someone stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'll take more
Oh,
than a flesh wound to
he was
stop
hurt.
me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
More. Aw. Yeah.
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solus. But of
Aw.
course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
You didn't let me down.
All wrong.
Yeah. Harding got everyone out. By the skin of her teeth, mostly.
I want to hug
If
you.
we start worrying, Anne will be fine. She's apparently a lot tougher than both of us put together. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Varric.
She should have come up with a better plan. I should
You
have.
worked with what you had. And you succeeded, by the way. The world isn't drowning in demons.
This isn't over though. The trap Solus in the Fate, but something else got out. Something.
Rook, you got this. I've seen your work. Like the expedition where you lost that invaluable map, but saved your friends. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook, he's awake. I've been searching the place for Lyrian potions. No need to intrude.
Not at all.
I'm sorry you got hurt
I was
too,
about to have a look around.
but Harding would have gotten hurt too. Doesn't matter.
It's a long way down.
I like her outfit.
The Illuvian led us into something.
And she has nice hair. I like her hair
That's
down.
what we needed. The dream world.
Then I really need to look around.
Can't hurt. In theory. And we need to talk about our next move. Maybe find Harding? She went outside somewhere. There's a table in the central area here. I'll meet you both there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep.
Aww.
See you later, kid.
So where are we? Part 1, the Minrathous job. Man. Open the journal. Explore the lighthouse. Wait. Where are we? How do I... Oh, I do have the map. Oh, I keep forgetting that there's the thing up above. Oh, and it tells you where they are. Okay. What the heck is the lighthouse? Okay. Because Solus was talking about the lighthouse. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. My library. Anything new? Okay, nothing new there. I'm surprised by that. Any mail? No. Glossary, I'm sure. No. Okay. Okay. How do I not have... How do I, like... Eric, you okay, buddy? Do you need a hug?
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, alright?
Aww. And there's Bianca. Aww. Bianca. I hope there's gonna be a way for me to restore Bianca. What? Mirror or transformation? You're kidding. I'm not gonna talk to her? Okay, fine. I'm sorry you got hurt. This is a pretty place, though. Don't know where I am. What? Well, this is natural. What is this? Collect. Open codex. Okay. It's this one. Introduction to the Lighthouse. Once, the lighthouse was a place of learning, with tools to study the secret workings of great magic. When Solus rebelled against those who call themselves our gods, the lighthouse became his center of operations, with tools to study the best ways to free ourselves from the tyranny of the Evanuris. You are safe here, both those of flesh and those of fade. Any who wish to help are welcome. The magic of the lighthouse will provide for your needs, see to your comfort, and even help you understand different tongues. Really? For those who escaped here from distant parts of the Empire. Should you have any other needs, ask for the slow arrow and I will help. Felisan. Who? What? I don't understand. Inspect. Oh. You know, I didn't even notice that I could inspect these. So, is this like with the crossroads, how there's the in-between? Is that what this is? So, Solus just gave me an HQ. This is my HQ. Huh. Don't know what that was supposed to be. There's a lot of things that are not accessible. Maybe it will become accessible. Interesting. I'm guessing she's through the door there. What is this? Read. Door plaque. 3 meetings face-to-face under the sky. What? 3 meetings face-to-face under the sky? What? Look at that nice golden chair. God, this is so different. Is there anything over here to read? No. I'm looking around before I go say hi to Harding. Whoa! Everything's opening by itself. Jeez. Whoa. Huh. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the, Mako. It reminds me of Mako. Oh, wait. Hello. What are you doing here? Is this how I go back to the real world? The Dreadwolf's Alluvion. Man, this is not what I thought was going to happen. Most of us have only traveled through the Alluvions at the whims of those who call themselves our gods. We know them as mirrors that always go from one to another, a bonded pair linked no matter the distance. Solus has outsmarted the so-called gods. If we use normal Alluvions, they could track us to our lair. Solus has improved upon June's work by creating a mirror whose singing stone can change its tune to take us to any Alluvion, and not just its bonded partner. Thus, we can travel wherever this rebellion needs us, with no fear of pursuit. Travel is as safe as a normal Alluvion. If you have questions, ask for the slow arrow, and I will guide you. Felisan. Is that supposed to be his nickname or something? The slow arrow. Oh, cool. Wow. So that's where he was doing the ritual, I guess. Interesting. It looks like there should be pictures on the walls, too. I still don't understand what this is. 3 meetings, face-to-face, under the sky. I don't know what that means. Was there anything else to look at? I mean, this way and that way's blocked off. That's the Alluvion. I don't know what's up above, but my friends are down there. to show me this. What's it? Okay. Well, I guess I'll go say hi to her. Nothing over this way. Okay, that's Oh, wow. It's like I'm in the Fade.
Whoa.
Dude! Look at that! This is not what I thought was going to happen at all.
Look, you're awake. And we're in the Fade. This is where people come when they dream, but dwarves don't dream.
Yeah,
And
well,
somehow I'm here.
Yeah, it's unreal.
I like her
I
shirt.
thought we should talk about what to do next.
We should. But maybe look around a little. We might be here a while.
Open the skill screen and now I can level up? Jeez. I had to wait to go through all that. Goodness. Mage Core. Masters of Magic. Mages harness both natural elements and the Fade to destroy enemies with powerful forces. Ooh. Mage Core. A magic weapon swap. Tap down to toggle between your two weapon configurations. Oh my god. You know what this reminds me of? This also reminds me of Final Fantasy VII. It's like a Final Fantasy VII to a Final Fantasy X skill tree. Okay, charged attack, hold square, triangle, or R2. Instead of just tapping it like I've been doing. Arcane marks, hitting enemies with your orb 3 times as an arcane bomb. Hitting an enemy with triangle consumes an arcane bomb, dealing massive damage. Sprint attack, tap L, the analog stick, while moving, and then that or that. Jump attack while airborne. I can do that while jumping. Hold R2 slowly to drop while channeling. Dodge. That's what I was doing. I was going in and out of existence every now and then because I was double tapping it. Okay, defend, hold L1 while shielding, and tap it at the right time while for... Okay, I see. That's the ability. Progress further to unlock. Circle that. circle that. Circle this. Okay. Okay, I see how this is. Okay. Hold R2 sustains your range attack. Gradually increases its damage output the longer it is active to a maximum of 3 seconds. Mind Blast. Hold L1, then tap triangle. Okay. While defending, consume 50 mana. Okay. So, is this already unlocked? Acquired, it says. So that's already acquired. Just as this is already acquired. Can I have everything? I think I'm gonna go with this one. The circle, square, or triangle. It doesn't tell you how much. Oh, points available are 2, but how much does it take to use the traits? And then it unlock. Okay, I see. I see the little lines. Okay. And that unlocks that. Greater passive downfall while airborne. Jump attacks guarantee critical hits if the target is knocked down. It doesn't tell me like a like how much does it require. Quick recovery. It would be nice to have quick recovery. So I'm going to have that. Mana regeneration, okay. Refund? You can take it away? Why would I do that? Ooh, chain lightning was always a good one in Inquisition. I always liked that. Strike projectile. Damage is a lot of good electricity. Cost is 2. Applies overwhelm. Change the air, charge the air and fire a bolt of lightning that splits to hit multiple targets in a chain reaction. The bolt bounces up to 4 times. Ooh, nice. Rendering them shocked. I do like that one, so I'm gonna get it. Nice. Here's the thing. Is this only for my tree? What about my other characters? Can I help out with my friends? Ooh. Nice. Ground. Death. Oh, death color specialization. This is cool. What's that? Spellblade. That's cool looking. I like that. That's really cool. And then this one leads to... Where are you? Evoker. Okay. Interesting. Block mastery. Alright. Well, I did that. Oh, that's cool. And it shows you. Okay. Oh, and it shows you the path you're going to. That's really cool. I like how they showed this. Okay. But what about my friend? Okay. Gather the team at the library table. Optional is to talk to Knave and talk to Harding. Look at all the sparkles. Wow. So I'm in the Fade. My HQ is in the Fade. Where did I come in from? Was it in there? That's probably where I came in from. Man. So where am I on the map? This place is so big. So she's over there. Oh, when did she get over there? And then he's sleeping over there. Okay. Yeah, let's go talk to them. And I'm guessing the table is where I came from. Content marked with that will eventually expire as you progress. Oh, okay. I have limited time to talk to my people. That's terrible.
It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
It's gonna be okay. Deep breaths.
Harding? Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
I could talk to you about this place, sure.
Did you ever find places like this?
I like her
chasing
hair.
souls with Eric?
Not exactly. But with Solus, it was always about the Fade, or the Veil, or some other in-between place. Varric always hated it, though. At least this place feels different. Maybe safer?
You okay?
Harding, are you doing all right?
I don't know. Are you? Is anyone? Anyway, doesn't matter how I'm doing. What are we gonna do about this mess? We were going to go back through the Illuvian, right? Let's start with that. As soon as we can.
You know you can take some time to just...
Now you sound like Varric. Varric and I started this. And I can't stop. Not now. Don't ask me to. So, come get me when you're ready to go. Alright?
Alright. It says I can still talk to Nave. Neve? I guess Nave. I still want to talk to people, so yeah. So I'm gonna go do that. What is this place? It looks like a well. Can I talk to her anymore?
I
No?
think I'm getting used to the fade.
Oh. Here, let me go. And I will talk to... Where is she? Was it straight across? I'm not sure if that's straight across. Is that straight across? Yeah, apparently it is. Workshop. Well, this is all blocked off. Where is she? Hello? Oh. Use the capstan arms to rotate the statue in either direction? Ah, I see. Is it going to unlock things for me? Read. To enter the library passage, 3 pairings must meet face to face. What 3 things? 3 pairings? What? Oh. Okay. Oh! There's one. Well, where's another one? Okay, don't want to fall. Nothing that way. How is she in there? Is this the right... Was that the right area? Oh, no, she's up this way. Okay, well. I don't know. I thought she was the other direction. What? Interesting. She's up here, where it's all sparkly. Makes sense. Let me go talk to her. Study. Hello? Ooh.
Figures are in fake, but I swear they're following me.
Those are wisps.
You alright?
Strange place you've fallen into. But I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
I know Varric wanted you for the job. You know the same about me.
I'm in a call that got you injured right after we met.
I'll be fine. You trusted me for the job, and I delivered. That's what counts. If we're stuck in this, let's hope you can trust me again.
Well, at least you're being nicer to me than Vivian was. You still got some good style. Whoa, I can get a romance with her. I don't know. I am still sorry, though.
It's not that I don't. I'm sorry you got hurt. It was my call, and what if...
If it happens again, or to someone else, I don't know. That's the raw deal we get.
Right. You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
Lace? Well, we'll figure this out.
We'll figure this out. I'm sure of it.
Really? Do you know something I don't?
No, we just... Well, we have to, right?
Yeah, that's the job.
Aw, she approved. Gather the team at the library table. Okay. So all these little sparks everywhere. Those are all wisps. Okay. So that's where I'm supposed to go, is right there. Wait, there was other symbols I didn't see. What was that? Above the guest house little symbol, underneath lighthouse, there's 0% discovered, and then there's a box with 2 treasure chests. Now I need to go and find them. I gotta do that. I fought tons of wisps in Inquisition. I'm surprised that they're just being nice. Maybe it's because we're in the Fade. Okay, so where's the other statues? There should be 2 other statues. I didn't realize I could fall! I didn't realize I could fall! But I found a treasure chest. Blacksmith's tools, valuable item, and money. And whatever this is. On divine imperatives, the helm of the Solar is destroyed. Elgernon's favorite torture is over. Wow. Too many agents have been rescued with their minds burnt out by that memory of an enraged sun. I feel a lesson here. The helm was not created to torment, but the Evanuris are not what as we are. A god's ruminations carry their own will and imperatives. Memory bleeds into their icons and transmutes them, as fire begets fire. For our Wolf Lord, who put so much of himself into his creations, what imperatives do they carry? The heart of a rebellion must remain hidden, yet the light of divinity oh god, this is terrible, is unaccountable. We must be swift. A thought lingers, even as he saves us. What does he impart upon us? Reflections by Chiron, one who renounced Darenthal. Okay. Interesting. Why is it still saying that I haven't read it? Inspect. Okay, it's gone now. Okay. There's the other one. Excuse me. Come on, interact. So, face to face, it said. And the other one is this way. So that's
Must be 2 more.
Oh, there's a... Did the heads turn too? Okay. How do I get back up? Do I just jump? Apparently I do. And jump! There you go, girl. Jump! Yeah, this is getting a little long, isn't it? I wonder if I'll be able to unlock them. It looks like there's places that, oh, dining hall. Places that are just not available to me. Ah, here we go. But how do I get up there? I can't do it. Maybe down that way, but I'm not sure. So now I'm confused. Is Solus helping me? He wants to fix things, but he's doing it in such a terrible way. Here's one of these things, but where's the other thing? Is that it up there? I think that might be it. I don't know. I wonder if all these things are going to float together at some point, because there's whole constructions. Constructions. Whatever. I'm bad with words, guys. I really am. I'm going to keep it at this point because I do not know. Is there a way inside? Is there a way to... Oh, don't want to fall. I will die if I fall. Can I go in here? I sure can. Dining hall. Hello. Oh, I like the music. Da, 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 da. Somebody needs to light a fire in here. What's this? Collect. Notes on a caretaker. This note has a smear of paint on one corner. Have they always been here? There are beings in the crossroads, unknown even to the wise, though the most ancient ones make any domain their own. Certainly, this caretaker belongs here now. I wonder what we will look like to them. Need is a scaffold, and the needs of the living ever rise and fall upon it. Hunger, thirst, sleep. Imagine the constant cacophony to one sensitive to such things. Or am I too simple? Wants are fleeting. Needs have deeper roots. Perhaps that's why I find this particular spirit's presence both comforting and disconcerting. The prospect that our heart's desire and our trust need could differ or are even at odds is hard to contemplate. You know what? That does remind me. Whatever happened to Cole? We're in the Fade. And it's mentioning a spirit is the caretaker of this place. Here's the other one. Painted pot, valuable item. These valuable items, are they just junk to sell? And it looks like somebody was trying to fix this place up. I mean, it must have been soulless, but even so. Where is the other statue? I can't get up there. That area is not available. Map. Map. Hold on, was there anything else in this place, or was it just... There's another room. I didn't check this area. Ah, hello. Collect Imperial Weave? Common material. Oh no, am I gonna be making things? Uh-oh. Okay. Is there really no way? Yeah, I don't see a way over here. No, I don't see a way over there. Anything about this statue? There's a book here. I cannot read it. What about this thing? No. And she's in there, but there's... I looked through everywhere, right? I didn't look up here. I'm going slow because I don't know if I'm going to accidentally fall down. Oh! Hello? There's more chests. It's more than 2. Pure ore. Okay. There we go.
One more to go.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on now. It's not a total of 3. It's 3 sets, I'm guessing. Oh, and then these 2. Okay. Easy peasy. What are these for? I don't know. I forget what this is. What the point is of this. But we'll see.
Okay, I did something.
Yeah, what did it do? Oh, that's glowing now. Okay. I will check that out in just a hot second. This is very beautiful. What are you? Faded note. Look at this place. We planned a rebellion here once. Said we'd change the future of the elves, throw off tyrants, and we did. Now the path outside is fractured. It'll be hard rekindling all the illuvians. Solus, if you see this, I'll be looking for you, out in this world and in the mortal one. Don't cause too much trouble before I get there. Who wrote this? I'm curious to know who wrote that. Okay, before I go and assemble my team, there is something going on with the wolf in the center. I need to figure out what that is. It's just nothing. It's nothing? What did I do? What did I do? It started off this way. Was there anything different this way? Is there like a hidden door? No? No? I do not know. Does my map tell me anything? No, the wolf would be right here, so I do not know. Huh. And apparently the treasure chests are still not picking up, which means that either there's two hidden somewhere, quite possibly in here, or wherever that floaty bit was over here. I don't know. I guess the only way we can find out is by checking it out next time when we gather up the team. I have been letting this thing go on for way too long. It's almost 3 hours. So I'm going to take a break. It's 3 in the morning, but for me, it's my birthday. It is now technically my birthday. Well, not until 9 p.m. tomorrow. Today. But whatever. I am now 33, and I'm going to stay up as long as I want, play this game because I wanna. I'm just glad that Varric is okay. I'm hoping that I can get a romance with him. If not him, then somebody else, I'm sure. But that boy needs a good hug. He needs a good hug. Though I could possibly see him and Harding as a pairing. That's a good pairing right there, too. I didn't know that I could romance Nave. And I know I keep making jibes at her, comparing her to Vivian. I don't mean about her being black, okay? I love the fact that they are nice like that, but what I mean is their style. She has such an intricate style about her that I like. And so far she's nice, but I don't know what she's like when it comes to, I'll be right with you in just a minute. I don't know what she's like when it comes to her, I don't know, noble status, I guess. That's the main thing it was with Vivian, is everything's all about nobility, your status, mage versus Templar, well, no, not mage versus Templar, more like mage versus, or circle mage, versus apostates. And she was all about the chantry, but mainly about nobility status, I would think. You know, what's so great about you, kind of thing. And I didn't like that. I didn't like her high mentality like that. With Nave, so far, I like her. She's nice. She's caring, helpful. Knows a lot about the Fade, apparently. And she's my ice mage. Ice queen. So, that's good so far. Whether or not I'm going to do a romance with her, I'm not sure. I don't even know if she's interested in women. We'll see. But, I gotta keep going, don't I? I'm gonna take a break. Pick this back up in just a few. And, yeah, I guess we'll just figure out where we're gonna go from here. There's still so much I don't understand about Solus. But anyway, you all keep, put a comment down below, like, subscribe, and I will get back with you all shortly. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you later. Until then, bye-bye.